Hello, everyone. Well, it is Friday. Yay, yay, yay. Today is the day we do our Abandoning Perfection Journal. And I am going to try to work on 3 prompts. Well, first I need to work on some numbers. I promise not to make that segment too long, but I want to work on a few numbers so that I can keep getting those done. I want to try to cover a page in small fabric pieces, which is prompt number 32. Prompt number 42, which is use fabric and buttons to make flowers. And then prompt number 22, which is to add fabric or paper ruffles to 5 pages. Now, I have these tissue paper, and this is pattern paper ruffles. So that I've already made. I kind of keep them because I like to do things with them. So it doesn't tell me how I have to add these paper ruffles to my page. So I may be doing something with my fabric flowers with at least on one page. But I'm going to use these paper ruffles. And I'm going to be working quietly because, you know, that's how it works best for me. And I will be back at the end to talk to you about it. Or if there's anything I think of in the middle, I will stop and chat for a minute about whatever it is I have on my mind. I'm going to start actually by making the fabric flowers because I want the scraps, the small fabric pieces from the fabric flowers to put on my page. So I'll be back towards the end and I'll talk to you then. Okay, guys, this took longer than I expected, so I'm not going to get any numbers done today, but at least I got my 3 prompts that I was trying to do done today. Back here, I covered a page. It says cover a page with small fabric pieces. That's what I did. I was going to put all of my fabric flowers on that page and then realized it was just too busy for me. It just kind of made it, I don't know, funky. So I decided to put my fabric flowers over here on this page, and I sort of covered up some of the writing, left a nice white piece in the middle. The fabric flowers and the fabric covered piece, like I said, I was going to do 1 page and they ended up being 2. Well, that's not a big deal. The other thing I wanted to do was to add fabric or paper ruffles to 5 pages. And it didn't say that I had to put my paper ruffles on the edge of the page. So I used paper ruffles in combination with some of my fabric flowers and made bigger flowers. And so I have 1, 2, and then I added a fabric ruffle to this page, which makes 3. And then I came up here and put this bright colored fabric ruffle on that unfinished page, which makes 4. And then another fabric ruffle, which is different. They're all all my fabric ruffles are a little bit different. And there's actually a video where I made these fabric ruffles. So I will put a link up there in the description box on how I made the fabric ruffles. Let me make myself a note. Link to fabric ruffles. Sometimes I forget to do those things, and I really want to try to do that for you, because these are paper ruffles. Actually, they're tissue paper ruffles, and there's an actual video on how to do that. The other thing I realized as I was working on these fabric flowers is that I probably should do a video on exactly how I make my fabric flowers, because it's probably a little different than some people do it. But I like my fabric flowers to be a little scrunchy. Now, you can take time and take the edges off and make them fluffy around the edges. But they need to be simple. And I don't want them perfectly round either. But I want them dimensional, and then not so dimensional that you can't use them. So I thought that what I will do is tomorrow night, I will post a video on how I actually make these fabric flowers, because I know with the video speeded up in the middle, you weren't really able to see it. So I'm gonna just make a video on how I make the fabric flowers. It's, everybody does it different, I'm sure. It's not one of those things that everybody can do it different, and that's okay. But I just thought I'd show you how I put my pieces together so that they all ruffle up, but ruffle up differently, so they don't end up all the same kind of ruffly shape. That's my plan anyways. I'm going to read you a quote now from our 1001 Ways to Creativity and get going, because this video has gotten very long, and I apologize for that, but sometimes it happens. All the elements of good writing depend on the writer's skill in choosing one word instead of another. Francine Prose. Well, that's true with anything. Choosing one color instead of another, choosing one word instead of another. Anyways, guys, go have fun. Make some art. Bye-bye.